So today I wanted to start off with a couple of announcements, important ones, please don't skip them. The first one is the Community Design Challenge. You know how it was due in like 2 days or today basically? I extended it into November. So that is because Sketchtember is coming up and Sketchtober is coming up. And I kind of announced the whole thing just a month ago, which I usually give community challenges 2 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the due date to be late November. That way you guys can do Sketchtember comfortably. You can do Sketchtober comfortably. You can enjoy your Halloween time. And then the Warrior of Light will continue into November. Okay? Number 2 is Portrait Studio is on sale. You guys are going to see me use it today. All you have to do is go to istabrack.com and click on the store icon right here. Sketchtember is about to start in 2-3 days. I will release the Sketchtember prompt calendar the 31st evening or the morning of the 1st. I most likely will release it the night before, just because it'll give everybody across different time zones equal time to complete each prompt. If you guys don't know about Sketchtember, go to my YouTube channel and click on my video history and find my latest Sketchtember feature. I showed basically how we run it, what the rules are, how it works. But if you want to up your sketch mileage, if you want to get better at sketching, if you want to get better at sketching many different objects and have an amazing pool of sketches at the end of it for your portfolio, please join us on our Discord. So to get to the Discord, you just have to click the community tab. There's no paywall behind any of the stuff that I'm doing for the community. From the community challenge, the Warrior of Light, to today's critique, to Sketchtember, to the Discord, it's all free access. Okay, so let's get started. I am gonna just take a look at this piece. I'm basically just gonna take a look at what I could do to improve it. I'm just gonna have fun with it. I'm just gonna throw my skill at it and see, to show you how amazingly wonderful Portrait Studio is. So I'm just gonna start off by the range, and then I just want to turn down the background color as well. So I'm going to just try to mimic the same gesture you have in the hand. Tilt the wrist, kind of give the wrist some motion, and then tilt the body back, and then bring the other arm down. I want to do even more to the gesture, so I'm going to show you guys what I do after I take my screenshot. I take it into Liquify and I just kind of go crazy with it. I kind of mess with the waistline a little. I kind of distort it. I kind of just really cartoonify almost the gesture. I mess with the shoulders, so you're not restricted, be adjusted even more in Photoshop. And if you have issues understanding where to blend, you can blend them away so you can have a more complete reference. Like, look at that. I'm just blending away where I know there's fat. But look at this, we've built a whole scene, referenced it, and it's replaced with just having fun, as if you did have an access to a studio, you did have access to it. You can see where I'm going with this. I'm going to darken the background. So this darker background, what it's done basically is, when it's kind of blue based, it's complemented all of the gold that you have here, a bit more color. You need to know what your environment is before you figure out your character, or else what values, what rules is your character following. And I'm going to at where I believe the light will touch. This is a very important step. So Portrait Studio already helped me with a lot. So now that I'm ready to light up the scene, believe in the process, trust the process. Don't freak out, don't start adding that glow. And I'm gonna move into the outer rings. So now I'm going to talk about this goddess right here. All right, so I'm just getting rid of that extra ring you have there, because I feel like it's really taking away from the general point, which is that this is where the planet is and this is the goddess with the Saturn head. I'm also going to move, as you can see with what I did with the hands, I'm going to move the hand to tilt out a little bit so that it feels a little bit more like she's holding it like it's a cigarette or something, like she's a just goddess, but she's also very fancy. Just that little tilt in the wrist does so much to make the gesture feel more organic. And then because this is a metallic surface, I'm going to just start applying some metallic bands around anything that is metallic, somewhere along the center, Just going up in bands across, finding all those other metallic surfaces, the bracelet, all of that, and also giving them the same treatment. So one thing we need is more atmospheric light coming in from the side to kind of bring out her form. And it's mostly the light that might come in through the arms, through the back. Other things we can do to kind of wake up the scene is bring in almost like a yellowy fog behind her to create a silhouette. And wherever we have darkness that's happening, that might help us reveal her silhouette, but also add more of that atmosphere. And then right here where the crotch area is, feels just a little bit illuminated, doesn't really make much sense. So I'm just going to burn on midtones and just kind of just try to make it feel more of a radial, make it feel more of an actual kind of overlapping. If you're avoiding using realism because you think it's going to take away from the wonder of your sketch, you're wrong. It's going to make your sketch look even better because realism makes the wonder even more wondrous. Again, you are allowed to bring in different colors. If you want to bring in a different color on the edge of the body, it'd be cool if you did that. If you do this, you're going to have to make sure that color is also coming in as an ambient value. It's also floating in from these angles. Being able to see your painting before you even painted it. That's what Portrait Studio does for you. Go buy Portrait Studio. It's on sale. If you guys want Portrait Studio, just head over to my website and click on the store icon. It's there. You can grab it. Let's take a look at this before and after. The power of lighting. It's amazing. And lighting you can reference is even more amazing. So before, after. The ability to create anything. And realism isn't that far away. It's not that far away from you. You can reach it. And if you try to just study some forms, study basic use of soft brush, throwing light on a surface, understanding how to block, knowing the value ranges, knowing the power of midtones, that comes from form studies and continuous study. And I promise you guys will get to this level if you just try and believe that realism will enhance your work. It won't take away from it. So before, after. Thank you everyone for watching today. If you guys want to support through Patreon, you guys can through my website, istabrack.com. Click here. You can just join for $1 a month. It's practically nothing, but what it does is that if everybody joins, it means more. So please consider joining on Patreon as a $1 patron. You guys get the full recording from today's class. You guys get everything, and higher tiers get more stuff, obviously. Apprentices get homework, they get the private Discord access. But if you want to just support for $1, it goes a long way. Thank you to everyone who joined, who supported. I really appreciate you guys watching over the community. The community challenge has been delayed to November. Sketchtember is about to start in 3 days. There's a lot going on. It's the festive season, it's the art season, it's the huddling close to a candle and sketching season. It's just the best time to join the community. If you're new to the community, please hop over to Discord, go to the community tab and click on the Discord icon here. Thank you everyone for coming to the live streams. Please share this video, like this video. I'm just so sad about what's happening to my channel. I really hope things look up soon at some point. And I'll see you guys next class on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Bye guys.